fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Seer Wiley isn't very good at this whole seer business, is he? Nice of him to just hand us the code like that. We should remember to mock him for that as he bleeds out.
I like it. Oh boy. Now, didn't we have some sort of reward to collect? So what do those dots represent? Does every mechanical get a dot? Every entity that can be spoken to? Or even entities that can't be spoken to, it seems. So I'm pretty sure that's the way to the exit. Okay, I believe this takes us to the elevator.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here.
Didn't keep me from doing my job, though.
I can't completely argue with that. I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
Okay, that wasn't what I needed to do. Long way down.
Investigator.
Okay, that's operations.
May all your endeavors add to the equation.
So we're looking for evaluational dithering. That's different. hard at work. Essence of Vigor Kilo. Heals 725 health over duration, plus 10 Zeranium poison. Primer that grants a large heal over time, but adds a small amount of Zeranium poisoning on use. I hate Zeranium. Alright, let's get out of here.
These circumstances proceed toward intended.
May all your...
Well, it's tough to know exactly how to proceed here. We still have quite a few side missions to do. I believe he's here.
Sorry. Got some kind of tickle in my chest.
So many dead. Place is falling apart. If I found a way off this rock, would you... No.
One never relishes saying we did predict a catastrophe could occur.
Anywhere?
Nevertheless.
Grand Architect! First an attack on the monastery and now the lift code's not working? Am I misremembering it? No, unless...
You people. Just need to know things.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
That's too bad. I was looking forward to talking to them about their experiments. All right, who wants these things?
Void it all! I told him he wasn't going to make it! Is this why Wiley's ilk spared him? Because the Seer already predicted this would be his fate? Roger always said he wanted his body donated to the Order if it'd help advance the plan. But I'm sure this wasn't what he had in mind.
Those outside the order, and some simpletons within it.
Oh, looks like I have some points to distribute. We'll go with guns. And now to pick a perk. I don't have any negative reputations. I like the idea of weapon spread being reduced. Wow, there's a lot of options. Oh, many of your lies are more believable and will be more likely accepted as true. Additionally, the likelihood that enemies will target you is reduced. That's certainly intriguing.
Claim that all execution.
Okay.
Those outside the order, and some simpletons within it, claim that all things...
I swear, the more he talks, the more pain it makes me want to inflict on his person.
Nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time has been. Now is the time for execution. Those outside the order, and some simpletons within
What did I pick up?
claim that...
Plasma pistol. Already had
Things
some.
happen for a reason. But the wise among us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst, setting into motion the future most aligned with the plan. Hold Hold that belief in your minds. Let it strengthen your resolve, and do not hesitate. The time for ideation is concluded. Now is the time for execution.
Nicotine.
Algorithmic dissonance.
Okay, so I'm curious about what was up those stairs. Oh, there's a vending machine. Tutelary impact converter. 20% of incoming damage is converted to energy. Emergency deflectors. 20% damage resistance while gadget energy is less than 50%. Okay. These are always good. Heavy rounds, plasma charge, long rounds, shock rounds, short rounds, small books. Okay, so I believe these are recipes rather than I think that's enough. I can sell junk though. Didn't have a whole lot this time.
May all solutions precede problems.
A silenced plasma pistol, some bits.
Nice of Seer Wiley to leave us this nightlight.
Got my lamps on a hostile.
But I have been told my pain tolerance exceeds normal thresholds.
Alexander Monastery Directory. Bathhouse.
Be so proud.
Inexplicable.
Contact established.
All charged up. Either restore my life or avenge my death. End this fight on my feet.
Displacing to fortified coordinates. Balancing the reacquiring target. Re-engaging.
Back in business.
Approaching target coordinates.
Grasp.
I'm in my stride. Indivisible. Finding room.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
They keep thinking I'm a teetotaler, but I'm not.
Mark my supposition. You will cease biological function.
Disturbance is imminent. Investigating disturbance.
Recharged for mayhem!
Lost sight of target!
Bathroom note. This datapad contains a lengthy selection of order reading material. Some subheadings stand out to you. 193 paradoxes to pointlessly postulate. Eliminating uncertainty with only necessary violence. Say no to 0.0001% margins of error. Risky relief. The unwritten peril of undue literary perusal in the restroom. Excuse me?
Found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think...
Inconclusive. None of that.
Grenade outbound! Taking cover.
Mix me up. I'd do it for you.
Closing in. Oh, unsteady, capricious.
Looks like a fight.
Weapon expended. Determining a no one to count. Multi-impact variable.
Atone for your logical fallacies.
And here I was, hoping for...
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Note of complaint. Others may thrive under pressure, but you know me, Archie. I learn best in an environment of peace and relaxation. So what if I log some minor water damage on a tome or two? I know, sloppy of me, careless. But must I endure a litany of recrimination forevermore? If you ask these venerable scholars in the anchor hold, the answer would be yes. I cannot stand to suffer more beratement, yet my research requires a certain reference book currently in their possession, The Essential History of Mechanized Doors. Perhaps you might go up and entreat them for me on my behalf. Junior Archivist Riley. Bathhouse Circuit Breaker. Breaker appears to control the power for both the bathhouse and attached courtyard. This complex circuit breaker is no match for your knowledge of electrical systems. You hear the door power up somewhere in the courtyard nearby. So, was that a good thing to do? Okay, where's the exit? There we go. Well, there we go. Anchor hold. Sounds like a bar.
Architect's perspiring brow, if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time.
Scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 thesis on determinism then. Our lives are predestined, ipso facto. If there is conflict, then it was inevitable.
Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief.
Sometimes it's necessary to prevent greater evil from taking place.
And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
What do you need and where is it?
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing.
How did this debate start anyway?
More or less. Seer Wiley put the question to us last week. Naturally, the problem of interference versus non-interference led us to a broader discussion of war's overall necessity. Oddly, he has not returned for his solution, which is just as well since we remain divided on an answer, though I'm confident we'll get there.
Seer Wiley has staged a coup and taken over the monastery.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though.
Got some bad news on that front.
I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon.
Y'all ever met DeVries?
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I bet.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
She was a spy. Surprised you didn't catch on.
Evidently, she was good at her job then. Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama.
Yeah, you got plenty of that right outside your door.
I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
I need a drink. Anchorite drawer. A two-sided drawer designed to transfer items into and out of the anchor hold. Surprised at the number of vending machines here. Slash resistant plating. Could be pretty useful. Novice dormitory.
Those who do not follow the crowd will be
Let's weapon crime!
To the door first. What on earth is that? Synergy boosters. It's a mod of some type. Companions gain 20% damage resistance while the player is below 50% health. Nice. Looks like we've got to go through that door. I want his armor. What is this? Just a cot. What's that?
Nowhere near as interesting as the taxidermied cross-sections displaying their internal organs I made when I was a child.
unplanetary object beneath the desk.
I think that did that. Appreciate the help. Okay, we've seen some of those places and some we have not. Somebody has a pet. I'm guessing. Yep, there's a canid. Hello
Isn't
there.
this fancy? Guessing these are the abbot's quarters. I see the good abbot's intent on distracting himself from the misery of existence with worldly goods. Never works.
Corrosive plasma. Welcome, Abbot Newell. Proctor's Foboda to Abbot Newell. A matter of some advisement. Not this again. As per my last message on the subject, if there are issues with the efficacy of Seer Wiley's projections, I recommend you take that up with him rather than confusing my terminal as a repository for personal grievances. Supervising the manufactory requires my utmost focus. I cannot suffer distractions. Furthermore, as your colleague, I encourage you to run the numbers again. If there is an error, I suspect it is not in Wiley's statement column. With respect, Proctor's Foboda. To Abbot Newell, subject new arrivals. Abbot Newell, it is vital that we preserve the integrity of our current predictions until we have regained access to the archive. In that context, I ask that you do not deviate from our normal standards of confidentiality after reviewing the following information. An agent of the Earth Directorate will soon be en route to Golden Ridge to speak with you. Their mission is too sensitive to be recorded here, but I ask that you do whatever you can to aid them, and in return, they will be of some assistance to you as well. The fate of the Order, as well as of Arcadia, hinges on their success. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. Presiding Bishop Ruth Bazar. Private entries. To proceed as user Newell Joseph, please solve the following conjecture. Working on the basis of the Welsh Fielder theory, calculate the 5 alignment group with an auspication accuracy group of delta greater than 0. Extrapolation should include establishing prognosticated properties at least as strong as those cited in Brunn and Connolly's landmark millennial thesis. Please select the entry that you wish to review. Regrets. I sometimes wonder if I didn't make a mistake not speaking up against Ruth's plan to dissolve the DPCR all those years ago. Perhaps if the department were still functioning, even with the loss of the archive, we'd still have more influence over recent events. We could have altered the course this war had taken, ended it more quickly, mitigated all of this needless suffering. Or perhaps not. I've never been capable of performing the moral calculus required to weigh one human life against another. As Landon is quick to remind me, It's best to leave such estimations to those with a greater aptitude for reason and fewer emotional limitations. Complaints. Another transfer request from the manufactory came in today. Poor fellow arrived shakier than a novice's math, but he wouldn't say why. We're getting him situated in the scriptorium now. That's the third request to transfer out of the manufactory in as many months, all from the same office. I raised my concerns over such an unexpectedly high attrition rate with Proctor Svoboda, yet she insisted nothing was amiss, that it was merely a matter of interpersonal incompatibility within the office. I will have to ask Landon to run some calculations later to confirm my suspicions. There must be an explanation. There always is. Matters of governance. How I long for the day is a quiet study. Instead, I'm constantly asked to deliberate on one matter or the other, and so few can be solved by simple algebraic computation. Supply chains, refugee aid, what do I know about any of that? One does get the feeling of being trapped upon a perpetual motion machine these days. So much was managed by the Protectorate before. Until now, I failed to realize how reliant we were upon those systems of order. I dearly hope Ruth has a head for all this bureaucracy, or the order may soon find itself in the inevitable position of governing by name alone, rather than through effective application. Fancy bath. Kind of an odd place to store those sorts of components.
And whom do we blame when a student fails? Why, their instructor, of course, Bishop Bassar.
Well, these are the only stairs I know about. But I don't know that... Okay, yes, they do. They do connect. Sort of. But not really. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do me any good. Oh, there's stairs. So I was upstairs. Yeah, I came in here. Interesting. Well, you can shoot them, but is that a good idea? I don't see that it is. This door is barred shut. Well, I happen to have a device that might show me how to open it. In this case, though, it doesn't. That would be too easy.
Stamped onto a test of order aptitude. And whom do we blame when a student fails? Why, their instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as it's really in human. Without our intervention, she would make peace with the primitive minds of Auntie's choice. This must...
Blight fortifications. And an extra holster.
Whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries. And whom do we blame when a student...
Key Punch User's Manual. This manual covers the basics of how to operate the monastery's auto-pneumatic key punch. It also contains detailed information on preparing shipments of completed punch cards to send to Cloister.
Someone help us!
The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
Well, this is a twisted way to try and stall us. But we can't just leave them. Good. Then let's get to freeing them.
Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
Praise high probability. Wiley trapped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender.
He's lost his wits. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs. That must be where he hid the key to stop the press.
Hurry!
Normally I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous puzzle up above.
Reckon there's an actual solution to this puzzle? Looks more like they scrambled a whole lot of nonsense together and packaged it as genius.
Oh. It's like one of those Rube Goldfarb puzzles. Old team. Okay, so... Okay, so I've got to be at a higher level.
Rough customers about.
The rifts add an element of exotic probability to my typical prediction.
Think it'll be fast when the... Huh?
Diminishing range! Proceeding forward. Throwaway factor at best.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Statistical improbabilities are on reacquiring targets.
An expected end. Combat resumes. Obviating. Hastening to a shielded position.
Let's not protract your subtraction.
So why did they go upstairs? Where reviving them is more difficult.
Your immediate demise.
Back in business.
Look sharp.
Reacquiring target.
It looks like there are certain things I'm not going to be allowed to do until we finish this puzzle.
Seems we've effectively begun their puzzle. Idiots.
Okay, so now the sphere is trapped. Okay. Well, I hate to just instinctively solve problems with firearms. Y'all have totally missed the point of devices like this.
Look, they obviously meant for this to waste our time. Let's just find a way to kill the hostages so we can move on.
That's not really our plan here. I think I'm being mocked.
Ah, see? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back?
Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
Autopneumatic key punch controls. These are the controls for the autopneumatic key punch. The lever can now be used to disable or fully activate it. Oh. The key punch grinds to a halt. The hostages should be safe forever.
Oh, thank the architect. Not that I was concerned, mind you.
Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Go pay Wiley his just dividends. For all of us.
High five, we did it. Now let's go loot